This is Justin Amazon on Wednesday, June 20th, 2018. Taking a look at a pre-market that is once again opening up a new all-time high for the open. The high on this little tiny thing, not even a candle, but somebody buying 149 shares. That price is 1,747. So that's our new all-time high. And I'll just tell you now, since there's not a little tag on it, we do take that out. Up there, or maybe down in this area, you got a little bit of resistance from here, a little bit of support down in here. That's a really tight range. It's opening very bullish. The rally out of yesterday's 1714.15, 1714.50 price ran up into this level. I drew this in. This is at 1727.80. This is a pre-market high from a few days back. That was actually a new all-time high. That's what we were contending with on Monday. Here's what we were contending with on Tuesday. Came right up into that price. The high within a penny of that, which is pretty phenomenal on that candle. When it took out the previous day's all-time high on the regular session, and then contended with that until, then this candle a few cents less, and then this candle actually breaking out, retest, bigger retest into this candle that is small decision, and breakout. We're just continuing to break out. It's continuing to be incredibly bullish, and we'll start into the day. Nice high volume, just like we've seen the last few days at the open. A bullish candle to open us up, which we don't necessarily want to buy that candle. It would not have worked well yesterday. Would have actually worked really well the previous day. But we're going to want to look for a little bit of a pullback into this support, or into this resistance that just got broken, maybe around 1745. And the next candle throws an upper wick. Okay, that's good. Maybe it'll come back down. That's not quite as low as we wanted to get. 1745 and 49 cents. A little too high. And doesn't look like we get there. Oh, maybe that one. No, it's still a little bit high. So it had this nice bullish move and then a really long consolidation here. The candle highs and lows getting tighter together. This looked like a breakout. That was a false breakout. That ended up being 1752.85 and made an all-time high. And then through here, some more stair steps, waiting for something to happen. And a lot of this is just a lot of waiting. Now right here, you could get in bullish above this candle. It's a little bit below here. You want to take off something here, maybe half hour, and a stop down here. So below that consolidation. If you had a stop at the previous all-time high here, 1747, that would be a good level. We got a squeeze forming. We're very bullish, and we start to just kind of drift up. So maybe you're in on that candle. Hopefully you waited for the pullback to get into this one. Or if you had the trade set up, then it probably triggered you into that first candle. Pulls back a little bit, nothing much, and then bounces and rallies hard into 1760. And look at this. It's just stayed high. It just continued making higher lows, and now we're up here. It didn't even retest back down to this level, or definitely at this level, which we did see somewhat of. Where that happened on a move down almost to 1700, and that's what's crazy too. Just yesterday, it was trading right down in the low 1700s, like 1702, 1703. If anybody had bought down there off of free market support and just held on to today, I mean, you're up phenomenally huge, huge. So nice consolidation, stair step, breaks out a little bit more, and that ends up being the high of the day. The high of the day being 1762.93. So here we are pulling back a little bit, and it's like, okay, we got a shoulder, a head, another shoulder. This could totally roll back down a little bit, maybe down to this range. We'll definitely definitely want to see how we can play that aggressively. So we'll take a look at the put options on this if you did do that, but we'll also definitely look at the call options, see how it moved way up in here with maybe that candle being our trigger if you're watching it. So 1025. So we'll come back to that. Moving on through the day, it just goes sideways, and it's like, okay, maybe that right shoulder isn't going to form, and then it does. It breaks down, retests, breaks down again, and that was the day. So some phenomenal moves here, continuing higher. On a daily, we are almost to the 1770 range. 1770 and 90 cents. We're almost there. We're literally a stone's throw away, like $9 away, and not even $9 away. That's just crazy. So yeah, $8. That was $8 away. Just about $8 away. Anyway, to see that range way up there, knowing that we've had that in mind for a while, I did not think it would get that high that fast. Did not expect it to move that aggressively. In a very short amount of time, it has really rallied, making all-time highs. Look at these bullish candles, buying candles. We have very strong bullish momentum. We had this one candle here that showed a little bit of weakness in the momentum, but we've continued up. If we jump back over to the 5-minute, we'll take a look at 1025, and we'll take a look at, let's see, if you were to wait till 145. All right, so 1025 on the call. This call is definitely church for my account. 1725 call strike, 1725 strike for the call. Could have gotten in here on this candle for just about $3 grand and sold it for $4 grand, or maybe not quite that. But maybe you got out for 36, 37, 100 right here, and so you made a few R on that trade. That would have been a great place to get in at a known value that had been acting as a known value acting as resistance. Pull back slightly, it's very bullish, and get in and ride that higher. So that was the call. I did have this open for a reason. I was looking back at, back to Monday. Somebody could have bought this for $7, or I'm sorry, for $8. Could have done that again yesterday. A couple times could have done it again. Maybe stopped out on this one, or maybe this one too. Done it again here on this candle, which actually is a transaction right at 8. That's the low. So it's possible we've been filled there, possibly not. But had you held on to that in today, you would be up massively huge. Huge. If you had bought at 8 with a stop at 7 and it traded up to 40, and let's just say you got out at 40. 40 minus 8 is 32. 32 divided by your R. 3200 divided by your R, which is 100. That's 32 Rs. That's a huge, huge move. If you only had one contract, you probably would have gotten nervous a little bit. If you got, you were in here and then it started to do that, you're like, oh, panic, get out. But instead it rallied higher and then continued higher. And today would have been a great place to be like, oh, I'm already up huge. We just hold on. There's going to be some ebbs and flows. Tighten up your stop from way down here to the low of the day, then to here, and then to here. And then once this moves even higher, then you can get your stop right up under there. And maybe you did have a target at $4 grand, 47 cents. Maybe not, but this is so easy to read that it's so bullish. The other thing we'll look at, let's see what time was that. That was at 145. So go back over to 145 and 1345 is that one. So that's the candle that actually broke out. You could have bought there 8 by 7 and quickly would have been able to flip that out at 10 or maybe almost 11, no, 1050. 11 over here. So again, just another phenomenal move where we had so much bearishness on this option and then this bullish rally. Just like in the stock, we had this consolidation, breakout, run higher, and then pull back, sideways, pull back even more, and it definitely has a personality of its own that we're tracking. So I would not be surprised if we get up to the 1770 price tomorrow. Looking at the after hours, there's not too much going on here, and it could just make a new higher base between the consolidation here, and see will we get up even higher. So keep an eye on that, and we will revisit this again soon. This is just an AMZN. Thanks.